Love that music. So good. What's going on, everyone? I hope you're doing well tonight. Well, this morning, this afternoon, wherever you are in the world, I hope the week has treated you well. Yeah, very happy to be hanging out tonight with Ed5. He just called me about 5-10 minutes ago. He's running a little bit late. His night didn't sort of go to plan as he'd hoped, but he'll be joining me very, very shortly. So yeah, we've been wanting to tee this up for quite a long time and get together and have a bit of a live stream. We've probably been talking about it for probably a couple of years now, and yeah, I finally just decided while we're back in the swing of doing this weekly, I thought let's do it. And you know, I think he was able to try and get off work a little bit early, and yeah, I think he just had to race home. I said, don't rush, just drive safely, get home. So yeah, he'll be with us very, very shortly. Yeah, how is everyone? If you're out there in the YouTube land, good friend Fallen Jedi is here on the chat already. General Kenobi. That is the correct response to hello there. Hope everyone Derpy gets it. General Fallen. Good to hear, Tim. Appreciate you stopping by and hanging out tonight. Yeah, just sort of just hang out and you know, while we wait for Ed5. Yeah, just see what everyone's been up to this week. You know, I've been, as I sort of put out my videos sort of during the week, my sort of video log about what I'm doing in my room. It's even more evolution already. I just spent a good hour like just rearranging some shelves, moving some stuff around. You know, it's probably going to happen another 20 times before I'm done. And it's never truly done. A collection's never finished. So it just gets adjusted all the time. Now I've already done that tonight. Just spacing some things out, condensing some stuff in, just knowing where I want it to go and what I want to display. I actually I've almost put together a full tub, like one of those, all the grey tubs you've seen in my videos, sort of them laying on the floor. I've actually managed to fill one of them up with stuff I'm going to move on. And it's usually just little knickknacks, micro machines, not even the micro machines, they're like the Hot Wheels vehicles from, you know, throughout that last 2015 through 2019, whenever it was, they were sort of coming out. Given that they've sort of stopped those, so I've decided to sort of just move along a lot of those sort of odds and ends. There's still some things that I'm still not sure whether I'm going to hang on to or not. All just depends on how I can fit it into the collection once I've got all my figures out on display, which should hopefully be happening in the next probably 3 or 4 weeks, give or take. Yeah, fingers crossed. But it's been good. Hey, Soph, I hope you're doing well, mate. Cheers for popping in. Appreciate that. Really enjoying the vlog series. It's helping me get my room in order slowly but surely. These things can't be rushed. Hey, FM JBag, we're back. I'm waving back. No, it's therapeutic. It is. It's you know, if I ever feel like I'm getting stressed in here, that means it's time to just step out, get some fresh air, go have a coffee, go have a drink. Speaking of coffee, I have one. This is the mighty Adelaide Crows, who are actually playing a good game of football tonight against the arch rivals, Port Adelaide. Yeah, big time. Hoping we can get the W. So I will probably be checking the scores periodically. And my team is currently up by 16 points. We'd like to stretch that margin a little bit further, I think. So yeah, I'm trying not to get distracted by it, but I do have a copy. Mighty Adelaide Crows. So yeah, hoping they can get the W tonight. That'd be really good. It's bragging rights for the entire state, so it's on stake. Hey brother, hope you're doing well, man. It's been good to good to keep up with all the stuff you've been doing, man. It's really good. You're kicking ass. It's really good to see. It's good to be back here too. Yeah, getting back into these weekly Star Wars live streams. 24 days, 16 hours, 24 minutes to Star Wars content. Hallelujah. Yeah, counting down the days. Yeah, especially with Marvel being a little lackluster at the moment. I was enjoying Secret Invasion for the most part. I don't know. I like the intrigue. I like the sort of thriller mystery to it. I don't know. It just didn't land the final punch really in that last episode this week. It just didn't get it for me. It's just, I don't know. I don't think I'm expecting too much. I've been a big defender of most Marvel stuff except She-Hulk. Not even a defender. Like I've enjoyed it. I've been enjoying it. So Secret Invasion, I was enjoying it all the way through, and then I don't know. I really liked Ben Mendelsohn. I would have liked to have seen him play a little bit more of a role. Obviously, bringing in Emilia Clarke for the main cast is, you want to get her screen time worth your money value. And I think she was a good character, but yeah, the last episode didn't quite hit it for me. But so yeah, anxiously hoping for some Star Wars very soon. Well, I know it's coming. Just waiting now. Excuse me. It's been a busy day. I don't recall. Did you like Andor? I loved Andor. Big time. Yeah, it was incredible. That's sort of aside from the last episode of Secret Invasion, it sort of had that sort of feel to it. It was a little bit, sort of underground, sort of focus on sort of political, how people are affected, and it's not super like Secret Invasion, I suppose, but I don't know. I really liked what Andor did. I'm hanging for season 2. Yeah, I really love the show. Yeah, and going back and watching it again, there was a lot of while the season was airing, I probably didn't give it the attention it really deserved. I've watched it a couple of times since, and to go straight and put the phone in another room and watch the series, watch every episode. Worth every second of time, in my opinion. I loved it. Really good. Oh, I did see you post this up above. Sorry, man. Apparently, yeah, no more detail. They've replaced it with something that's about 100 mil smaller on either side. Like it's thinner. It's not as deep and it's not as tall. It's about 10 centimeters shorter. While they look nice, they look okay. I can't even remember what they're called. Glass cabinets, whatever. Yeah, I can't remember what they're called. But yeah, they look okay. But I just worry about the size. There's just for people that display hot toys. I know for yourself, Sci-Fi, you put a heap of figures in there. It severely drops the amount of space you've got in the cabinets when you cut it down by 10 centimeters on each side and height wise. So some people are going to not going to be able to fit their hot toys in there, especially when you've got two in each sort of cube. You can sort of really only get one in each cube now. So it's a bit of a bummer, but I want to go to IKEA and actually have a look at them and just sort of see them, because they do look nice, but yeah, I'm not sure yet. Rogue One is the best modern Star Wars movie. It is a good one. Mike's here. Don't be alarmed. There's a monkey lizard behind you. Oswald, he's hanging out. Oswald, the monkey lizard. What a man. What a guy. Ooh. I think it's Disney's best project for Star Wars over Mando, because season 3, Rogue One, is their best. Rogue. I think it's Disney's. I'm just reading this wrong. Sorry. I think it's Disney's best project for Star Wars over Mando, because season 3, Rogue One is their best film, though. Dan would love my shelves to be uniform. Yeah, it does. And I'm just sort of keeping an eye on Facebook Marketplace too to see if people are selling detolfs. And yeah, obviously people have worked out that they're desirable and they can't get them. Hello, all you lovely people in the chat from your friendly neighborhood usual Mike television man. What's going on, Mike? Hope you're doing well, man. Good to see you here hanging out. Let me just check the footy score. I think it's probably 3/4 time. Crows are back up. Nearly. A couple of goals up. Beautiful. 28 points up at 3/4 time. Come on, you mighty Crows. You're all commenting really, really fast, and I can't catch up because I was no, that's all right. I think I got them all. So, yeah, has anyone got any figures this week? Anyone picked anything up? I literally just only sort of pick up this week is Fourth Sister. Awesome figure. Awesome figure. I did pick up another bookshelf too. I got another. It's not a Billy. It's like another version of the Billy, but it's not an IKEA Billy. It's another brand. Or for those in Australia, with Amart furniture. They put the It's pretty much the same thing. Same dimensions, same size, same color. I found one on Marketplace for $10, so I'm like, I'm taking that home with me. And I did put a picture of my stories on Instagram the other night when I set it all up. Got all my vintage figures on there, my Power of the Four stuff. So that was pretty exciting to get another shelf in. It's fitting quite nicely. So yeah, just waiting to be able to get all the rest of the expensive stuff. So Panthers smash the Sharks 28-0. Are the Panthers your team, Mike? I don't follow the rugby, but I got to remember you're in New South Wales. That is a very thick rugby state. And catch your thoughts on Mando season 3. I liked it for the most part, dude. Like it was, I don't know. It was very different to season 1 and 2. I felt like it really took that jump to sort of a bigger part. Started telling a bigger story. I've got Ed 5 hanging out here, so I'll grab him on it in a moment. I'll just get through these next couple of comments. But yeah, no, I enjoyed it. It definitely went bigger picture. Sort of less away from just Mando, but yeah, I really dug it. It was good fun. Looking forward to seeing what sort of eventuates from everything that happened in there. How it's going to tie in with Ahsoka, because Ahsoka is apparently running concurrently with season 3 of Mandalorian, so that's going to be interesting. So she's the fourth sister. That makes her 2 times better than the second sister. You, sir, are a maths genius. Absolutely. Who says, I'm supposed to be getting TVC Darth Vader from Hasbro Pulse. Nice. You like that one. That's a good one. Grew up playing with Star Wars figures. My favorite toy of all time was the Millennium Falcon. That was a good one. Was that the vintage one? Weequay repack and pre-ordered the TVC Jabba. Very nice. The Weequay is a good one. He's a Bronco. Usual Mike likes the horsies. 45. It's all good, man. It's all good. You're allowed to be 45. All right. Mr. Ed 5 is hanging out, waiting. Let's bring him on. Hey, what's going on?
G'day, mate. How are you?
I'm good. What about yourself?
I am fashionably late, but that's okay.
It's fashionable. That's still good. Fashionable is acceptable.
Sometimes shit happens and then you just got to roll with it. That's all you can do.
Yeah, you just got to roll in the shit.
Yeah, that's it. And come up stinking like roses.
How's your week been?
Yeah, not bad. I mean, pretty full on, to be honest, with work and hopefully the prospects of something new coming up very shortly. So
Nice.
very positive at the end of the middle of the week. But then, caught a cold. Thought I was losing my voice, so I might even go tonight. Who knows? But g'day, Mike. How you going? G'day, Sci-Fi, FMJ Bird, Tim Hayes, Derpy Republic, Darth Rock. G'day, mate.
Darth Rock, what's going on, man? Good to hear from you.
Fallen Jedi might be in there somewhere as well. I saw because I was sort of watching on the way home. So. And there goes the proton pack. So that's okay. Yeah. Have you seen this bad boy? This is beautiful.
No, I haven't.
This is a Hasbro Plus HasLab proton pack. So it does lights and sounds for both Ghostbusters and Afterlife as well. So
that's cool.
It's on
Afterlife is a good movie. I enjoyed that. I liked Afterlife.
Yeah.
I really liked that movie. That was good.
Yeah, and looking forward to the next one coming out. So it's it's probably been pushed back now. There's all these strikes and stuff happening in the US. But
I think there's just going to be a big lull in the middle somewhere. It's coming up soon, where it's just going to
2024, 25 will just be doing rewatches of old stuff and enjoying the goodness of vintage television. You know what I mean? So
we're just watching reruns of MASH and Seinfeld.
Yeah, the goodies. I was actually watching Seinfeld last night, so there you go.
I love Seinfeld.
We've already started.
Yeah,
I already started last night, so great stuff. Still was able to pick up some cheap Japanese pseudo suds. So
nice.
Bit of $10 cat piss, but it's 5% alcohol, so we're gonna get it'll be good. So anyway, like I said, things just fell apart at the end there, but we got there eventually, so it's all good.
It's all good.
And,
sorry, go on.
I was going to say, did you have a full week?
I did. I had a good week. Yeah, it was a little bit quieter at work this week, sort of after school holidays, but it was good. Just going to get through next week, and then I've got a week off, so I'm pumped about that. I'm looking forward to having a bit of a break, so that'll be nice. I pre-ordered the Ghost. Back the Ghost. Got my pre-order in through Zing. Nice. Well done. Wonder Rock.
Why not? Wonder Rock, Wonder Stock, but not only that, I was thinking I'll sit on it. Somebody will eventually get FOMO, and then I can buy a barge with it. So, or trade for a barge.
Yeah.
The thing that I covet the most.
Yeah. Oh, you gotta get one if you can.
I'd love to get a barge. It's so great.
It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Well, you saw one when it was a small place, didn't you?
Yeah, definitely. So got to see it, got to touch it. It's but I'm looking forward to you getting it out again. So are you on? So you got one more week at work, and then you're on a week off, are you?
Yeah.
You going anywhere?
No.
I might even try and take some time, catch up to what we wanted to do. So that could work out well.
You'll work something out. Oh, that was the pack turning itself off again. Yeah,
it turned itself off again.
That's cool.
But it weighs it's over 10 kilos. It's very hefty.
Oh wow!
Big plastic base and everything. It just rocks it. It's awesome.
That's cool.
If you want to see the unboxing of it, go back and check out the live unboxing video.
Yeah, I will. Is that your first HasLab that you've got?
No, my first HasLab was a Razor Crest, so that was the second one.
Yeah.
So when I backed this, I also backed the Rancor, which obviously fell on its ass. But I also backed the Sky Striker from G.I. Joe, which is currently sitting on Scuba Pete's washing machine in the US.
Good spot for it.
Yeah, that's it. But so I do have one, but just not in this country yet. But yeah,
How much is that going to cost you to get sent down here?
No idea. Haven't thought that far ahead. But the good thing was, see, because the G.I. Joe stuff wasn't available to be back through Zing, and that's why I just gave Scuba the funds and said, "Man, can you just grab this for and we'll sort the rest out down the track?" And he went, "Yeah, no worries." So I did that. This
Awesome.
thing was the same price as the Ghost. So that was a ton.
Yeah.
So, like I said, that year would have been a massive year if the Rancor had gone through as well, because it would have been 3 HasLabs in the 1 year.
Yeah, I don't know. Part of me is like glad that the Rancor didn't go through, because it's like, like you said, that would have been another. How much Zing had that up? It was 700, wasn't it?
700, 700 or 750, one of the two. I think it was $200 down. So $200 down, and then the good thing was, because it was supposed to come out this year, because it was. I see what they were trying to do. They were trying to bring it out for the 40th anniversary. The thing that let that down was their tiers. All right.
Yeah, big
now,
time.
if they had thought it better, much better, and place their tiers around things that, one, the fans would have wanted, but two, they did it all asked about face. One, the Rancor should have come with the Rancor Keeper. That should never have been a tier.
From the get-go, that should have been included. 100%.
It should have been on its own. Whether it was carded or bagged, it should have just come as is.
And
then tier, like, so the Luke and Gamo on the Power of the Force coin card, we got those in the end anyway, because we've got them now on the 40th anniversary.
Basically,
Return of the Jedi card. So realistically, if they just had thought that through a lot better, it probably would have got through in the end.
And based on the information we sort of got out of that, was that Ula is much like Slave Leia. They're both off the cards for the future. Like, we're not going to see those figures again. So if you haven't got a Slave Leia, you haven't got an Ula, you're probably not going to get one.
Fortunately,
overly sexualized, even though it was, we all know what the idea was there. It wasn't about sexualizing Leia. Well, George might have had a few curious thoughts on the side there, but overall, it was about her being able to overpower the big gangster and be able to choke him to death.
Correct. So. Yeah, that's right. Exactly right. And so fortunately, we did get a version of Slave Leia, or Slayer Leia, whatever you want to call her, in the Black Series, which I have one of. Also got her in TVC. Also got Ula in TVC. Well, 3 3/4 inch, I should say.
For those that missed out on the 3 3/4, I believe that Tunghori, if you go to the website tunghori.com, is someone that's been selling like loose figures for 15 years at this point. Wasn't on eBay, now he's got on his own website. He's got a Slave Leia. It was the deleted scene.
Correct.
Sandstorm Leia, but without the robes. So it's just Slave Leia. So if it's still on there, it's a good one to pick up.
Don't worry about it. It's already out of stock.
Oh, sorry, folks.
I was 2 days ago, so because I do have the deleted scene Leia on, but she's still on card. It's still sealed. You know what I mean?
Nice.
The only other one I've got is the Power of the Force one, the green card Leia with the chain around the neck. So it's not great, but it is what it is. So
yeah, that's one I still need to find for my Power of the Force collection. So I'm on the hunt for that one too.
I might have two, so that's something that we could work out after.
I'm gonna eBay it right now.
G'day, Rolando, and Acid for Blood. How are you, mate? Power and Crows 96.95, is it?
96.55.
Oh wow! The Crows have done a turnaround.
It's been literally a weekend of upsets in the footy this week. Like, I have 0 tips right so far.
Okay. So everything was out the
shocking
window.
week for the
Out the
AFL.
window.
Shocking. Unless the Crows win,
Mike,
that's not shocking.
yeah, that's it. Mike, how's the Bulldogs going? Are they winning, or what's happening there? Or have they not played yet? They might have played yet.
No, the
I'm not
Bulldogs went
talking
down to the Giants today.
no. In AFL or NRL?
Oh, that's AFL.
I'm talking Canterbury Blanks and Bulldogs.
Oh, wouldn't have a clue. You have to ask Mike.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, Mike, how are they going? Because yeah, I'm a New South Welshman by heart, so
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Debbie was a Black Series Scout Trooper. I want to get that one. Oh no, not the Black Series one, the vintage one, the vintage speeder bike. Did you get the vintage speeder bike that just came out recently?
Not yet, no.
95 was too much for me.
Yeah. Bulldogs play tomorrow. Okay, thanks, Mike.
Rolando's here. Awesome.
Yeah, g'day, Rolando. How are you, mate? Yeah, I know. Still on the bottom of the ladder. They've had a shot. And the Raiders got flogged. So that's the Canberra team for NRL.
Oh, okay. Was it the Adelaide Rams back like 20 years ago? Was that NRL?
Yeah. Correct. It was supposed to be a whole Super League that started up, and there was a WA team which was launched at the same time, and it never took off. Like they couldn't get the momentum behind them, and then the whole Super League thing was pulled. But funny enough, like the crowds they've been getting for the State of Origin is quite impressive, and they probably should think about trying to invent the wheel. But you never know. But it's just too much of an AFL state.
Yeah, we just don't have the population for more than one big sport, really. Like AFL's it, and unless you're in Queensland, New South Wales, where you got sort of, they've tried to push the AFL up there a little bit more, and it hasn't quite worked as well as I think they'd hoped. But with the expansion teams of Gold Coast and Greater Western Sydney, but
yeah, so Mike said Adelaide ran one season in 1997 only. So there you go.
Yeah, right.
Yes, exactly right. So they should have bought the Rancor keeper out with Wolf, and that would have been looking good with the Nick 2 figure. It's Nick 2 mate.
Yeah, the crying guy.
Yeah. If they had just rethought that whole tier thing much better, not give us a bag of stupid bones, not give us some bloody cardboard playset backdrop.
That was so shit. Like even the rocks on the ground. That was so dumb. Like that was just the most piss weak, poorly thought out thing ever. It's like everyone that was going to get the Rancor was going to go and print out their own backdrop for it anyway on the shelf.
There's your Rancor pit right there.
Hanging out. Thanks for tuning in. He says you guys getting the HasLab Ghost. I've put in for one, and
I've got
that guy's getting two.
The good thing about obviously our position with Zing, EB, whatever it is that it's just money down because they pay for it up front and we pay it off over a period of time until it gets released. So it works well.
But yeah, $9.99. It is an ouch.
Yeah.
But by the time you account for shipping costs, like when I got the sail barge, like that was $1,000. That was $1,000 Australian. It probably ended up being $1,100 with eBay fees as well, because that was the only way we got it here in Australia was when Hasbro had a set number, they set out a date, and they put them on their eBay site. I reckon it was $1,100. So 500 plus 500 to ship it. It sort of balances out to be about right. Unfortunately, those poor buggers over across the ditch over in New Zealand, 1,300.
Yeah, I'm still sore that I never got a chance to get that. Very, very sore. Just wrong time of the day, working, but yeah, missed the opportunity. But now, it's probably about the best part of 2K if I want to get one over here. The time you get it shipped and
Yeah,
stuff.
they're still around. I know people have got them listed for silly prices on eBay, or they have had. Well, last time I looked, they were sort of $3,000, but no one's buying them at $3,000.
And that's what I mean. Like, so if I get the opportunity of just getting a second Ghost, sitting on it, and then going, do you have a katana? Do you want to take this Ghost and a little bit extra and go our happy ways? That would be great. You know what I mean? So,
yeah. The only thing I've tried searching for is getting the book they did. They sent out a book to people in the US that backed it.
Oh, okay.
It was like a making of book. That's something I would love to add to the collection just to have.
Didn't even know they had that. So
I had the box for it. My every intention was to keep the box. I had it folded up, just like I was going to get it framed. And just throughout transit throughout the last 18 months, it just got too banged up and damaged. And in hindsight, I probably should have taken a little bit more care of it, but I didn't. So
see that there?
Yeah,
that's the box for that bad boy there.
So, right, nice.
Yeah, it's a massive, huge box. So yeah,
I'm torn with the
Razor Crest. In a box.
I'm torn with the Razor Crest to get the box, take the front image off and get that framed itself, or actually find a way to box up in like an acrylic case, like get an acrylic box made up. I think that would be expensive shit, but I think it'd be really good if I could.
There is a custom acrylic place that's on Richmond Road in Adelaide, and I've been in there a few times and had a chat to that guy. So that's probably something we could both go and say, how much for if I get two of them, for example, can we get it for a cheaper price?
Because I mean, I want to look after the Razor Crest box just because it is what it is. I regret not taking more care of the sail barge box because that would have made an awesome wall piece to have framed up. Definitely. And either the color one or the back of the box, which was done in that sort of old line art that they did in the 70s and 80s, where it was all just drawn.
Yep, correct.
One of those would have been awesome, but yeah, I'm a little bit torn as to which way to go there. So we'll see.
And did you? What was I going to say? Oh, have you got the figures from the Razor Crest box in acrylic case already?
I did. I sold those two.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was just a case of I need money.
Yeah, fair enough.
And the thing is super duper exciting. I still have my yak face from the sail barge. That's in an acrylic box.
Yeah.
That ain't going anywhere. That's staying. That's hanging around.
Yeah. Excellent. Yeah, that's a good one.
Can't
what do you think of the stuff that was dropped at San Diego Comic-Con in terms of the new retro Return of the Jedi box with the yak
that was
face
cool.
in that?
I won't get it, but because I don't know, it's not available here at all, is it? Anywhere? I haven't seen anywhere that's put it up.
Well, I reckon that once it could become I think probably Goody's Toys might be able to get it because Andy was able to get the last couple of Hasbro Pulse stuff. But maybe Jeff and Aussie Sci-Fi as well.
Yeah.
Funny enough. So, do you know about Thundercats? Have you seen that Thundercats lair? The massive. So, Pop Culture Australia is going to get that through Super 7, and so we can actually get that in Australia. But that thing's going to be fantastic if it. So it's pre-order again. I don't know if they're doing put a deposit down, and I have to look into it more. But I did notice a couple of days ago I got a notification about that being on their site, and even if it didn't have the figures, just that playset is just so freaking awesome that it would make it a fantastic backdrop for something else. You know what I mean?
That'd be cool. I remember using I didn't know what it was when I was a kid, but it wasn't Castle Grayskull. It was the other one.
Snake Mountain.
Snake Mountain. I think it had the wolf head microphone in it.
Yeah, that's Snake Mountain.
I had no idea what it was, but like I got it handed down to me because I sort of just missed out on my Masters of the Universe.
Not that one. It was that one. You can just barely see it. There's the wolf head.
Yeah, that's the one. It had a microphone and
yeah, the wolf head was a microphone. Yeah.
Yeah. So like I said, I didn't know what that was because I was probably a little bit too late for Masters of the Universe as a kid. But that was my Ninja Turtles hideout. Like that was the sewer. Like I don't know what I did with the wolf head. Like I don't know what I did with that. Whether I just left it there or cut it off and threw it away. I don't know. I can't remember. But yeah, that was my Ninja Turtles sort of under a sewer lair. Like when I was a kid. So
I just thought of it. I saw in the chat. Mike wants to know how much for your yak face. Well, unfortunately, Mike. Jesse wants my Year 2 Batman, and that's currently selling for about $345. So we're going to swap it out for the yak face for my Batman year 2. So
I'm having a look at this. The HasLab yak face. I just want to know to see if there's one up on eBay at the moment. See what they're going for. Okay, there's one listing in the UK. Which is 1,060 Australian dollars. So that would cover the cost of the barge.
Yes, there you go.
There's no exact matches on sold listings. So
Pixel Dan, normal book. Pixel Dan, normal book. these are my 2 books. So
no.
Mike was just saying that I'm flexing my Pixel Dan book. I am. So thank you very much, sir. I have a lovely collection of Master of the Universe books. This one in particular. So trapdoor opens up. There's He-Man.
That's dope. Yeah, I love that.
And then behind the trapdoor is He-Man. And then the actual inside that one again. So yeah, it's got the sword on the cover.
Very nice.
Very nice.
And like, as soon as they say Disney Shop exclusive, Aussies just deflate with disappointment. It's ridiculous because we can get stuff from Disney Shop Asia, but they just don't have the stuff that everywhere else has. So I don't know. Apparently, what's going around now is that Disney Australia is actually pulling out of physical media. So if you want to get a DVD or Blu-ray from a Disney movie, you're stuffed. No chance.
But not only that, what's this go with freaking sold by Kmart? Kmart has no freaking toys of any quality whatsoever, and now Target is all closing down and being taken over by Kmart's. So that stores.
Yeah, that's just a corporate merger, that whole Kmart Target thing.
Okay.
So I think
because we
Target countries have become K-Hub.
Correct. That's what happened.
But aside from that, I believe it's simply just a corporate merger. Yeah. I think some things will sort of be tinkered around just because Kmart's doing better than Target, and I don't know. It's a weird one, but yeah, like you said, Kmart has no toys, but the Target I go to in Marion, like the Target around the corner from my work in the mall, they've never got anything in there. It's barren. It's occasionally they've got a couple of Bo-Katan Black Series figures that have been sitting there for 8 months.
Yeah. But when they do a Christmas restock or something like that, as long as you're in there, one of the first ones in there, because like you guys were able to find that Boba Fett tie from the TVC.
Yeah.
So I never had the opportunity to get that because our Target turned into a K-Hub. So
yeah, I wish I knew that because they had some on clearance in there like 3 weeks ago now. For $20. It's like they found a box of them in the back and like, we'll just put them on clearance.
Oh my god! Damn it!
I'll keep my eyes open. Anyway. I'll do some Target runs.
do some reconnaissance work, mate. That'd be great.
Yeah, toy recon. Paul Angela says, I keep thinking about the Return of the Jedi box of figures. I just want them on Mothma. I don't give a shit about the rest. Yak.
No, right? Yeah.
No, I want a Yak. I want the Yak face because then I don't have to spend $1,000 on a real vintage one.
Exactly.
And just to have him on the shelf, that'll do me. That's fine. I'm not that angry about. Like I put my Grand Moff Tarkin up there with my vintage New Hope figures, and I'm like, I don't care. I like the look of it.
And so I've also heard now that so the next wave of the retro line that's going to come out is Power of the Phantom Menace.
Yes.
So they're doing 5 POA Maul, Obi-Wan, Qui-Gon.
Queen Amidala.
Yep, Amidala. And young Anakin, probably.
Yeah, I can't remember. There was 2 more. I assume it'd have to be young Anakin and, maybe Sidious, maybe Jar Jar. It'd have to be Jar Jar, though, wouldn't it?
I know, right? But what would be cool.
Yeah.
What would be cool.
So you assume they're just going to go through the prequels now? Yeah,
well, that's it. I was just looking at Acid for Plugs comments. So, yes, you can pre-order that Snake Mountain, which is the monstrous one from Mattel Creations through Australia in Australia, which is awesome because otherwise I would have had it from Big Bay Toy Store. But unfortunately, things like this, which is Mattel Creations stuff, we might not be able to get this stuff anymore in Australia, which is bad because apparently they're changing the way they're doing their stuff with Mattel Creations as well. So that's unfortunate. That one's not open, so I did not open that one. But I do have one open.
It was a bit like, I don't know. It's obviously something going on with international something or other because NECA pulled out of Australia a few years ago.
So when they do cool figures like this, for example, which is He Skeletor, which is different to what hangs on the pegs in the shops, you've got to be on a certain time of day. The sale barge thing happened. Thankfully, in Australia, it was like normal nighttime hours, about this time of night when I went live. So I just hopped on and got these bad boys, and they came out from the States really quickly. So I was pretty impressed with stuff like that. Yeah. G'day, Linda. How are you, mate? Good to see you.
I'm lucky to get that Doc Rondo figure. That's a cool figure, man. I'm definitely going to have to grab one of those in the coming weeks. That's for sure.
I know that Sai does, but you sometimes buy stuff from Asian sellers in Singapore or Hong Kong or somewhere, don't you?
Yeah, I have in the past, yeah. It's been a while.
Yeah.
But you're definitely overpaying to get them, but sometimes it's the only way to get them. Because as you know, you're probably buying from the US on eBay, you're almost paying double what you pay for the figure to get it shipped because of that stupid global shipping program that they have. You might pay $45 for an action figure, but you've got to pay $48 in shipping to get it here.
Yeah, that's
and then it takes a month.
Thanks, Mike. So he's dropped in the chat as well. So Qui-Gon, Obi-Wan, Darth Maul,
Jar Jar,
Battle Droid. Yeah.
It'd be cool if Battle Droid. Remember what they did with Phantom Menace when they did those Battle Droids and they did 4 different variants and they were sort of all differently weathered? Yeah, that'd be a cool little chase variant to get.
But would they do something like when they bought out that Mando line, and unfortunately, because again we're on the other side of the world where they forget about us, they bought out that special Mandalorian Monopoly and they had the last figure in that one, which was a Remnant Stormtrooper. Mike actually got sent one. So whether they do that again for the Phantom Menace, that could be an interesting thing as well.
Yeah, that little Annie. Put little Annie in there. Little Annie.
Little Annie.
Next retro wave is Book of Boba Fett Part 2. They haven't done a Book of Boba Fett Part 1 yet. I know what you mean though, Mike. It's because they've got Boba, they've got Cad Bane. Yeah, I can't even remember. Like, that's how much the retro stuff actually means to me. Like, I keep ragging on retro, like, oh, it's a waste of money, I don't like it. But then I look over there and I've literally set all of them up. Like, I bought the first wave of A New Hope figures, and I was like, all right, after this, I'm done. Like, the second wave came out, I'm like, it was Empire stuff. I'm like, oh, I don't really care. But then I got the Mandalorian ones. Then I got the Mandalorian season 2 ones, and then I got the Obi-Wan Kenobi ones. And I'm like, okay, if they're not based on the original trilogy ones, I'm going to get them. Or if they're new, I'm going to get them. But I don't need to see the same figures from the 80s again.
Yeah, that's it.
Like, just do cool shit.
It's a cheaper way if there's collectors out there that want to go vintage style but don't want to pay the exorbitant fees, then retro is the way to go because they look exactly the same on the shelf. If you're not playing with them, then that's fine, as long as they sort of continue to keep bringing out the obscure sort of characters, which are massive money, like the last 17, and Yak Face is part of that line. You know what I mean? So it makes sense.
Good evening, Linda. I hope you're doing well.
Yeah, g'day, Linda. And Sci-Fi's off to bed because he's got work tomorrow.
Usual Mike coming in with the news. Mando, Grogu, Fennec, Tusken Raider, Chrysanthemum, Cad Bane, Luke Jedi Academy. That's right.
Oh, what did you think of the...
Even when he's not reporting on the news, he's helping us here in the chat, reporting on the news.
Mike's a legend.
Because we haven't done our stinking homework and we don't know what we're talking about.
What do you think of the TVC Chrysanthemum coming out in that deluxe box?
What's that, sorry?
What do you think of the Chrysanthemum coming out in the deluxe box for TVC?
Oh, I should just put it on a cool card.
Do you think they actually will put it on a card though as well? Like they'll bring out
well, he's coming out in the deluxe box, isn't he? Like the sort of wider box in the vintage.
Well, so there's that one, but then there's a special one coming out as well. Which
with the fold open thing.
Yeah. So
it's just, I don't know. It's just too much cardboard.
It's a lot.
Take it easy, Sci-Fi. Have a good night, mate.
Good night, Sci-Fi.
Yeah, I just think it's too much cardboard. I think it's just, I don't know. Just put the figure out on a cook. If they had put it like, remember when they did the Mandalorian Moldo Crease vintage, and it came with Grogu and the spiders, and they put it on a wider card?
Yes.
That would have been sick.
Yeah, definitely.
I should be doing that with the deluxe ones as well. Like they've just announced the Sabine Wren that's going to come out with a Loth Cat. They've done Paz Vizsla. Like they should have come out on those wider cards.
Oh, okay, so that Chrysanthemum that I was just talking about is an SDC exclusive. But again, I wonder if Jeff at Aussie Sci-Fi might have it, because that box, the way that's displayed, looks freaking awesome. And you do get some extra accessories in it. Yeah, it's a kick-ass box.
It's just it's pricey cardboard.
But yeah, big time. Well, it's a bit like in your. G'day, BIE. It's a bit like in your store. You had the Red Vader, which I still want to get that. You know what I mean? Like again, it's I don't care about the figure. It's that Revenge of the Jedi box. Ooh, they're getting a beating.
Full time.
Absolute beating.
Crows by 47 points. You'll
There you go. So there. Palps 75. G'day. How are you?
Hope you're doing well, my friend.
Jesse's just scratching with the football.
Yeah, it's the game's over. Adelaide has done it. Adelaide has claimed victory over the arch rivals, Port Adelaide, who I hate with a passion. So this was showed in 54. So since both teams started playing each other in the competition, Port Adelaide came in 97. They've had 54 games against each other. The ledger is 100% square now. It's even. It's dead even.
That's fantastic. I have one, and I'll have to search for it. I actually do you remember when West End Drafts used to bring out those little kegs?
Yeah.
For Showdown?
Yep.
I think I've got one of those, which is number 10 or number 12. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, nice. Because they were doing them with the
Yeah.
Roman numerals back then.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. Yeah. It was old school.
Back on that,
Or
do it.
definitely do it, man. Definitely
Just
do
drop
it.
the
But
drop the $200, and then worry about the other 800 over the next 12, 18 months.
Aussie Sci-Fi has the Chrysanthemum Deluxe for $42.99. There you go.
Okay, that's not too bad.
It's not too bad, and that box would be worth it. You know what I mean? Because you actually get extras that aren't in the TVC version as well. G'day, keep on collecting.
Keep on collecting. What's going on, guys? Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Good work. Good work.
We've been sort of because three of us at work with both me, Marco, and Mick. We've all backed the ghost. Matt's too deep in high end statues, so we're pushing him. We're a little bit of peer pressure, but I don't think he'll budge. He'll just enjoy it when we get him.
Well, again, the good thing is he's got till September to get it back. I mean, I have noticed with this time around, it seems that the even though it's already been fully backed, you know what I mean, it seems like the cutoff has been extended out to what it was with the Rancor, for argument's sake.
Yeah,
because it dropped a week or so ago, so that's July. You got all of August and part of September. You've almost got 2 months before it finishes.
And it's gonna slowly crawl along for a little while now. I think, like the boys at work, because I've followed I've followed a few HasLabs now, including the Razor Crest. It sort of plateaus a little bit. It's a very slow climb, you know, especially once it hits that backing. People going, okay, it's actually going to happen. I'll back it now. So you get a little bit of an influx, a little slow. People going, all right, I know it's getting backed. I'm actually going to save this $500 now, and I'm going to back it. And then when it gets to it starts getting towards that last week, last days, it just goes shoom, way up.
Yeah, that's it.
I have no doubt that it'll reach that 17,000 very, very quickly. Like, if it doesn't get there before towards the end, it'll get there very damn quick.
But the cool thing is that we're getting all the ghosts on card as well, all the crew. And Sabine comes in a deluxe box anyway, so.
A question there for you, Dan.
Not one, but two. Yeah. So yes, I did. Yeah, because twice as nice, and if I want to open up the cards, I've got a second set to open up, and keep one card, keep one open.
Watch this.
He's got the Sentinel, the Razor Crest, the Galactus can't get the ghost. Not enough room, mate. That's the problem, Brad.
There we go.
Do it.
I put it down the bottom. Now we're able to see.
Thanks, bud.
That's for the people that are coming in a little bit after and at it a bit, but no, it's cool. We're like, it's all good. Ask away, please. You know, it's all good fun. I sort of think about it now. I'm like, do I get a sneaky second one? I don't know.
There's plenty of time, mate. You've got time. You know what I mean? It's only 200 down.
Yeah, it is. I'll have to see how things are traveling in a couple of weeks. I'm expecting a bit of coin to come in the next couple of weeks, thanks to a certain ex-wife of mine.
Brilliant. That's fantastic. Good work. Good work.
So, yeah,
hey, I meant to ask you, man, are you looking to go to Celebration in 2025?
I'm hoping to, yeah, big time.
Thinking about going as well. So.
Yeah, no, it's missed the last two, so I'm definitely wanting to. I'm wanting to, and it's a good excuse to go to Japan too. So I've been wanting to
Definitely.
do that for a long time.
Definitely. Do you know Treasures for Trigger? Have you met him? So
No.
Phil's a Kiwi, which I've had on my stream a few times, and he lives in Japan, in Tokyo.
Okay.
So good opportunity to catch up with him as well. Yeah, Mike's coming, but Mike's talking about going to Joe Fest, so he's all over the shop at the moment.
Where's Joe Fest?
In America. So he's going to go
Okay.
to America next year and catch up with Shabby at ShabbyCon and then at Joe Fest as well.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Mike might need a second job just to be able to do that. That's cool.
It's out of focus, but it's cool.
Have you picked up
I really want to
anything
get to Japan. Like, I've definitely the last two celebrations, both Anaheim and London, I've had major FOMO. Like, I've tried my best to watch as much of the coverage. But even though I still go back to the celebrations I was at in Orlando and Chicago, I watch those back. Yeah, I watch that coverage back all the time. Like, it's been a little while, but with my week off, I definitely want to just sit down and watch back some of that stuff. It gets me in the feels. It makes me, I don't know, like, I had the best time at those celebrations. Orlando was a absolute mind-blowingly good time. Orlando is just an incredible place. I loved it over there.
Definitely.
I got to spend a day hanging out with Fallen Jedi. That was awesome. That was definitely a highlight of the trip.
Go. And he's thinking about going to Japan. So come on, man, let's do it. Because
it'll be good.
That'll be 2025. That'll be my excuse for my 50th birthday to go to Japan. So.
Yep, nice. Yeah, well, I'll be closing on 36, turning 36 this year. I'm getting a little bit old and dusty.
Yeah.
I know I'm still young, but I'm definitely having days where I'm feeling older.
We all get that, man. It comes with
and especially with this little
life's up and down
bug that's going around at the moment, like this sore throat and just nose and stuff. It's been going on for about 2.5 weeks for me now.
Oh, I've got something similar this week. Freaking nose. I thought I was going to lose my voice before tonight type thing. It was just sort of fading.
Yeah, no, you're gonna have it for at least another 2 weeks. So stock up on some tissues and cold and flus. It's shocking.
Yeah. I already need to go and blow my nose, unfortunately, but that's all right. I've got a flag here. Worst case scenario. Oh, dear.
Oh, that's funny.
Have you picked up anything lately?
Not really this week. I was sort of saying before you came on, I got the Fourth Sister this week, the Black Series.
Nice.
That's a really, really nice figure, actually. I sort of just probably haven't spent as much time sort of playing with it as. Like, sometimes I'll get a figure and I'll just sort of have it out in the living room with me, or I'll have it on the bedside table, and I'll just sort of wherever I'm doing, I'll just carry the figure around the house a little bit and have it out and sort of get the hang of it.
Big W clearance, $17 for Tika.
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah, not bad at all. $17 it is. And then at my EB Games, because they're finishing up their sale, but they had a 2 for the price of 1 and they get 1 free. So I managed to pick up those bad boys.
Nice.
And then I got a free figure as well. So, yeah. So,
that's cool.
But yeah, this one is probably going to mate in the US because he's been armor building the original counter version of these figures.
Oh yeah.
Said, have you got yourself a gay pride one? If not, I'll send you one. So let's go into the States, that one.
Nice. I should see what my local EB's got this week, actually. There's a couple of figures I've been meaning to pick up that are, on clearance at the moment that I want to grab. But I did pick up, I was saying earlier, I did pick up another bookshelf this week. And
nice. Yeah.
So that's full of all my vintage Power of the Force. So yeah, it's nice.
That's killer.
It's starting to come together. Still got some
See,
tabs.
I managed to get myself an Empire loop as well.
Nice.
$15.
That's all right. I just found one of those. I had one in the box. I don't know where I put it.
And a Snow Trooper.
Awesome.
So yeah,
Nice.
I got into the store at the right time to keep clean out. Oh, Linda, you're young at heart.
We just keep on driving though. We just keep on driving.
Yeah, just gotta run with it. Got to run with
Put
it.
a sticker over the engine light and just keep on going.
Can't believe it was 6 years ago that you guys were in America.
I know. It's, you know how scary that is that 6 years have passed. Like, that was 2020. That was 2017.
Yeah.
And I reckon it was around this time. I reckon it was around August from memory. Could be wrong. I think it was August, but yeah, 6 years. That's kind of makes me sad inside that it feels like it could have been 2 years ago, you know, like.
Well, the irony is that I was only thinking about it the other day. And the first time that you and I met up was up at your place that you used to have with your ex. And that's nearly 3 years ago.
Would be too, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd have to be.
Because it wasn't long after I moved into Port Augusta that I came back and we caught up.
That's right, yeah.
And I'm coming up to my 4th Christmas here, so
yeah, right.
That's scary.
That's very scary.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Wow.
It is, man. Time flies.
Yeah, well, I've been at Kessler now for 2.5 years. Almost 2.5 years. So it was April. So yeah, third year of my apprenticeship already. It's incredible.
I should be rocking my Kessel Run hair hoodie, but I didn't even think of it again because I was running late, really.
It's all good.
Yeah, I should be promoting the store. Got the irons. Yeah, exactly. What I just saw. So Aston for Blood's going to be in Europe in 2025. That's nice too. I'd love to get to Europe one day.
I want to get back to the US, but I definitely want to do Japan. Like, so I'm wondering, like, if I go over to Japan, do celebration, stay there for a little bit, and then just maybe fly over to LA from Japan and do like a week at Disneyland. I just want to be Galaxy's Edge, you know, like. I need that in my life.
That would be cool. Seeing that Falcon, that would be fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, big time.
And just spend lots of money on stuff.
One day it'll happen. One day.
Oh, it will. It will.
Yeah, the EB thing, but my store's closed on Sundays, so that's why I went crazy today.
Nice work.
Because they don't open on Sundays here. We don't have Sunday trade.
Lucky for some.
Country towns.
Does everything still close up at like lunchtime on Saturday?
Yeah, that's no, it's still open full day Saturday, 5 o'clock close. Yeah.
It's not super duper country town then.
No, not quite.
I think I went for a drive out to Clare, I reckon. It was probably 3 or 4 years ago, and it was like got out there at like lunchtime on a Saturday, and it was like everything had packed up shop for the weekend. I was like,
that's
it.
Yeah, yeah, that's it. You're not in anymore, Tato. But yeah, no. I mean, the thing I like most about this SDCC that just passed is because that strike thing. There was no celebrities to autographs. There was nothing about movies being dropped. It was all about the toys, and there was just so many cool lines and so much stuff that is coming out now, which is across the board. You know what I mean? Everything from G.I. Joe to Star Wars to freaking Thundercats. So there's
One
just
thing
so
that,
many different IPs.
yeah, one thing that grabbed my attention was a new line of biker mice from Mars figures. I can't remember who was doing them. It might have been Super 7. I could be
Yep.
wrong, but they just look just like the ones as I had as kids, but better articulation, probably a little bit nice, cleaner detail. But like as a kid in the 90s, like biker mice from Mars, like they were awesome. I loved biker mice.
The things that sort of caught my eyes are some of the stuff that Nick is bringing out. So like they're bringing out Flash Gordon figures from the movie in NECA line. They're bringing out a Christmas Elvira. So yeah, that really sort of piqued my interest to start looking forward to what's coming out soon. But yeah, that Chrysanthemum, I'd like to get that deluxe one. Would be cool.
Yeah,
I think the box display well.
biker mice is a Nacelle toy company. Oh, there you go.
Never heard of it.
But I've heard but apparently Ryan Reynolds is helming the sort of revival of the animated series.
I also heard that he's talking about doing an ALF series, so he must be all over a few things.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Yeah.
Close Sunday,
half
like
day,
the 80s.
like the 80s. Yeah, big time. That was great.
In camping next weekend in White Yuck Howie. Nice. Whereabouts is that exactly? Oh, okay. I was watching the Star Wars one, the Toys That Made Us, the other night. I don't know. I just had this urge to rewatch the Star Wars one, and I was enjoying it, but it made me want to go and rewatch the Plastic Galaxy documentary again because I liked that one a bit more.
Yeah. And I agree with Aston for Blood. There is some awesome Bond stuff coming out for Master Universe, but I'm actually thinking about going down the statue line instead of for a bit of stuff that's coming out. There's some cool little 1/10 from 1/8 statues coming out.
Okay. What did you think of the What did you think of the Anakin Hot Toys Revenge of the Sith with the real hair?
I haven't actually seen it. I didn't even know it was a thing.
Yeah. So they're doing Revenge of the Sith Anakin in Hot Toys. He's got real hair. And he's going to be about $1,100. But he's going to be severely limited. And the place young Matt that I work with, he's going to be getting one, and the cost of deposit to secure one is $700 because they're going to be very, very limited.
Is Marco getting them for offer in the shop or not really? Not for that price.
Like it's going to be, I think, because it is an exclusive to something. So yeah, it's
rooted hair though. That's pretty impressive.
Rooted hair, that's the word.
Yeah, rooted, not stuffed, just rooted.
Shagged.
It's a Fakari rug. And I wasn't swearing.
No. No, but that was really cool. They're doing a Heath Ledger Joker as well, but he has two options of rooted hair and molded. But that one looks bloody nice.
So with Queen Studio, which is a statue making company, so they do 1-to-1 scale busts, for example. So you sort of shoulders, a bit of torso, full size head. And it's all silicon face. But yeah, they do rooted hair and those sort of things as well. And yeah, you're looking at like $4,000 for some of Australian because they're just massive. You know, it takes up a lot of real estate. But scary how lifelike they look as well. So.
Yeah, just like the new Anakin, like the previous Anakin was really nice, and I've got I've still got the older sideshow one, the Jedi Order one, Anakin that good friend Palpatine 1975 here in the chat, if he's still around, he sent that to me years ago.
Yeah, right.
And I thought that one looked really good, and I was posing him up last night because I've got him up on the shelf. I was putting the robe back on him. It's just there.
Nice.
And I was looking at that, and I was just like, "Wow, they've really come a long way. Like, they look really good back in the day. Like, but yeah,
Definitely.
they do now. It's pretty incredible.
We'll see a lot of our original sideshow 1/6 scale stuff as well with that sort of fake pleather. Like if you left his arms for too long in a certain way, it would crack or split or fall off and stuff like that as well. So just what they're doing with their sort of textures and stuff like that now as well for the clothing and things like that, and the way that the
like the rubber sort of skin.
Yeah, it's almost like a silicon sort of thing where it doesn't split so much anymore, and if you leave it posed in a certain way for periods of time, it doesn't leave a mark when you straighten it out.
Yeah, because I've had a few people warn me about the Clone Wars Ahsoka, which I've got in Hot Toys, and so it's like, yeah, it's just like pose her up, but don't bend the elbows too much, you know.
Yeah.
So I've sort of got her like slight sort of not putting too much pressure on those elbows and stuff like that, because I don't know, the hyper-real stuff was really bad for that. The Hasbro tried doing, and that was just
that was a train wreck. Yeah. But yeah, the same thing for my Wonder Woman, for example. I don't leave her posed for long periods of time because it can have a tendency to split. So yeah, you just want to mix it up every now and again. Yeah.
Have you got any Hot Toys on pre-order at the moment?
Not on pre-order. I'm still paying off Bo-Katan because I need to get her ready for. Well, that's if Katie Stackhoff comes out now.
Yeah, that's going to be a real if now, I think, with everything that's going on.
Is it actually going to happen? Supernova or just now? So that sucks.
Well, I think we'll have to see. Yeah,
because because also wasn't Tamora Morrison supposed to be coming as well?
Oh, I think there's been a few assumptions.
A rumor, yeah.
A rumor, yeah.
Because I know that it was maybe rumored that he was going to come.
Which we know.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, apart from Bo, I haven't actually been in the position to get any Hot Toys recently. So, but I would like to get the Vader with the half face mask and Obi-Wan with the rocks from Kenobi. Yeah.
Yeah, I do have that Vader on pre-order. But I'm sort of tossing up. I want to get one soon. Like, I just want to buy one that's available. I'm tossing up between Rosario Ahsoka or the Clone Wars Maul to go with the Ahsoka that I have.
Yeah.
So like the
I'd go for the Maul. Go for the Maul, man. Yeah. Yeah, I reckon you
wasn't really sold because the head wasn't. The head wasn't really. I don't know. It didn't really grab me for that reason. But I don't know. I still really want it. I still would love that Maul. I love that Siege of Mandalore, and to have him and Ahsoka sort of pose together would look freaking awesome.
Yeah, is it the one with the same as the TVC figure that came out recently with those sort of robotic legs?
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, but I mean, the Maul stuff in the shop is just awesome that Marco's got, and yeah, you really need a Maul to go with Ahsoka, realistically.
Yeah, so we've got a few in the shop, but I'm thinking for home.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my god, yeah.
Because on the secondary market, he's even older versions of Maul are getting up there in price as well. So
yeah, well, Marco managed to sell his episode 1 Darth Maul a few months back. He did well on that.
Yeah.
But
is Qui-Gon still there?
No, he went.
Damn it.
Yeah, he went about. I reckon it might have been first week of school holidays, if not the week before.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude walked past me. He's like, I've got to have that.
Yeah, definitely. That's what happens. You snooze, you lose.
Yeah, you do. It is unfortunate.
And like I said, things are hopefully get better for me shortly. But I've just haven't had the opportunity to get that higher end stuff that I like. So, but I'll get back to that point.
Good things come to those who wait.
That's interesting. So the new rooted hair Anakin will have pleather and not leather.
Yeah.
Considering he's a premium figure, yeah, that's a bit shit.
Yeah. I didn't hear that, but yeah, I mean, if you're willing to treat it and take care of it a little bit, but really, I don't know.
Yeah, for $1,000, you'd think that they'd up their game on that.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, because there wouldn't be a whole lot of extra. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. No.
Definitely need more Black Series prequel characters. Episode 3 Sidious, absolutely. I think I'll put 5 off the top of my head. If I was, I'm going to go 2 from each movie. I want to see young Anakin from episode 1. I want to see Watto from episode 2. I want to see. I don't know. I haven't. Episode 3, I think, yeah, definitely Darth Sidious, and an updated version of Anakin and Obi-Wan from episode 3. Episode 2, I'm not sure. They've covered a lot of episode 2 really well. So yeah, I'm not sure. Up the Chrome, yes. I'm with Jake.
It's good to see Count Dooku coming out finally on TVC.
Oh, man, that's probably that's to peak Most Wanted, I think.
Yeah.
Like over the last probably 5 years. Like I said, he should have came out when they did the Attack of the Clones wave back in 2011, which was like in the 4th wave of vintage, and they had all the Attack of the Clones, and I feel like episode 2 Anakin should have come out then, like regular Anakin, but they did the peasant disguise one, and then they did the peasant disguise Padme, and they should have put the Padme in a white outfit, which is a vintage figure that still has to come because they did it in the 3 3/4 inch Black Series, and it was a really good figure. You can put that on a vintage card.
Yeah, they actually should bring that back out. I wonder if when it gets closer to their next anniversary of these sort of movies, if they start bringing out archive stuff for that.
Well, they've the few figures they've teased in the TVC pipeline are figures that have been out in that 3 3/4 inch Black Series line. There was Finn from Force Awakens, he's going on a vintage card, which is cool. That'll be a nice figure to get because it was a good figure. And there was a couple others that they talked about from that line that I think are going to get a re-release on vintage. And I think that Padme's still a glaring omission.
So there was Finn, there was Dooku, there was another Grogu.
Yeah.
Why the hell do we need those? God knows.
Yeah. Because they sell, I suppose. It's like Darth Vader. Yeah.
I mean, it's awesome to see Revan. It's awesome to see Thrawn. It's awesome to see Pat Vizsla coming out. Well, those figures would be absolutely dope. But yeah, apart from realistically Finn and Dooku, that rest of that pipeline is pretty rubbishy.
Yeah, doesn't seem overly inspired, but I know you got to sort of mix in a little bit of the old with a little bit of new, and They always seem to,
Yeah.
every couple of waves, every like 3 or 4 waves seems to have a little spattering of older stuff mixed in, like more so that it's more prevalent. And it's good for folks to be able to catch up a little bit on older stuff. So I'm thankful with that.
Kiara Gunde is coming.
Yeah.
So is he coming?
He's coming in Black
He's not
Series.
coming Yeah, Black Series, not 3.75.
Yeah, but like you said, characters like Eve Koth, Agent Kolar, some more of the Jedi Council, like you stated above.
Yeah.
Like, you want to throw a curveball and do like Oppo Rancis as the snake beard guy. Like, he looked awesome.
Yeah.
He's had one figure released.
Really good stuff. And Black Series Thrawn.
Me too. I've still got the big set, the Thrawn set that came with all the accessories.
Nice. I've got the archive. I've got him in the archive line.
Yeah, that's still a good one.
I bought a shit ton of them, so it's okay.
News. Fleet Trooper, Mando, Grogu, Finn, Cassian was the other one, so he's going to get an update, which should be good. I think that'll be a nice one. Phase 1 clone. Yeah. You never have enough clones. Phase 1 clones are good. I think they've got that one down right. And Count Dooku, obviously. Axe Woves is an interesting one that they've pipelined because he was literally out 6 months ago. So I'm hoping they're going to correct that helmet because that helmet was a piece of shit. The rest of the figure was ace. Like the rest of the figure was great. But the fact that they did Bo-Katan and Cosca Reeves, they both got this helmets with a swap out head. Axe Woves got this, basically got a Black Series helmet on top of his head.
Yeah,
it just looked like crap. It was terrible.
Mike said, I did not leave. I was scrolling eBay for the Axe Face VC001.
Let me just...
Let him be teased. Not cheap, Mike. Not a cheap figure at all. You're looking at probably the best part of 400 Aussie dollar dues for one of those. Because that's it. Because they're probably about 300 and something US.
And just it's VC 000. So you know it.
Yeah, that's it. Oops. Sorry about that. I thought I'd turn that off. It is beautiful.
It hasn't. It hasn't touched my skin. It hasn't touched my skin. It was straight out of the box. I was holding a tissue. I slid it into this case, which I had prepared beforehand. So now there's not a skerrick of dust in there. Which is
fantastic.
Treasure.
Fantastic.
I don't know. Yeah, it's just cool, man. Like, yeah. It's just cool.
Yeah, I've got 2 cases ready because, again, my Razor Crest has never actually been out of the box. So everything
hasn't it?
I've taken it out of the shipper to have a look at the outside of the box, but it's never actually been anything out of the box. So
yeah, right.
One day, if I take the Grogu or that, I'd love to, Brett, but it's actually it's not even here in this house. It's out storage. But yeah, so when I move back to Adelaide in the near future, that's when I'll display that. So yes,
Your lack of Java's Denizens in the Black Series issue would have been a perfect opportunity to correct that oversight. Yeah, I agree. I don't know. For me, Black Series is sort of, I don't know, less about world building. Like, I'd rather see them just tackle more characters in Vintage than Black Series. But to get a couple more sort of standout characters from those scenes would be really, really cool. I'll be honest. Yeah, I don't know. I'm a little bit torn with that. I know. I feel you. Absolutely, but yeah, I don't know. You got Jabba, Bib Fortuna, some Gamorrean guards. You know, I
I'm
wouldn't
actually
hesitate
still,
a 3PO with like green slime and the eye hanging out. Like that'd be a cool little exclusive
yeah.
for Return of the Jedi or something. Like R2, like a 6-inch R2 with his drink tray. Like that'd be cool. Like a hologram
There's
Jedi Luke.
so much cool. It's cool, good stuff. But
Yeah,
that TVC Jabba is going to be awesome as well with the
it
card.
is. I'm just
Uh,
I'm bummed that I missed out on getting the Boba's Palace playset. I didn't pre-order that.
did you?
No, the $600 playset that was up through
Yeah,
EBZ. I didn't
yeah,
pre-order
yeah,
it,
yeah.
so I'm gonna have to try and scab one up on the secondary market when they get released.
Yeah,
It was just bad timing. Like it was just when it was
wasn't always
when it was
there.
available, just wasn't a financially viable period that I was able to do it. So, and then mate Lockie, he backed one and then he pre-ordered one and he recently cancelled it. And I'm like, oh, I wish I knew because I would have taken it off his hands.
Yeah,
But it's all good. It's all good. I'll track one down.
yeah, it'll come up.
Yeah.
But the fact that TVC Jabba is the same one that's actually in the katana, so that's cool.
Yeah, that's a nice Jabba too.
Really
Yeah,
nice Jabba.
it's a nice upgrade.
And it comes with. See, this is the thing: is it 2 carded figures? So is Salacious carded as well as the droid?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I
right.
remember hearing because I think people have been itching to get because they did the Salacious and the Mouse Droid back in that big Death Star set years ago,
Yes, yeah.
and I'm wondering whether that's a sneaky way to re-release that carded figure of Salacious on maybe that set because that was a numbered card and it was really hard for people to fill that hole in their collection. So maybe hopefully that's a chance for people to get a hold of that again.
Yes, 2 carded figures. Again, thank you, Mike. Thank you, Michael.
I appreciate your help.
Come to the rescue again. Yay.
I noticed on the Hazard Ghost, the small ship is no longer the Phantom since it was destroyed in Rebels. Correct me if wrong. The new one looks like the shuttle Neimoidians using Clone Wars. That's exactly right. And yeah, the new one is the Phantom 2. And yeah, I think from memory, they took that ship from the crash base on Anaxes, which is where Hera and Sabine were fighting off the critters in the Dark Cave. And that was the place where the Bad Batch were first met in the Clone Wars. And then that went forward to that planet had basically been destroyed. But you could still get into that base. And I think they stole that. They took that shit from there. But yeah, it is. It's the Neimoidian shuttle.
Okay.
Well, the 3.75 Rebels Phantom years ago. I hope it fits in the Haslab Ghost. That'd be cool, actually. If they'd had the foresight to do that, that'd be really neat. Yeah, I missed out on that one, but cool. Yeah, that'd be cool. It'd be a nice little bonus for someone that's bought that like 10 years ago and hung on to it.
I think Shabby was saying that he's got that as well. So
yeah, because that was
he's not getting the ghost. So
sorry,
I said Shabby's not getting the ghost. So he's got the ship. No. So he's got the ship, but he hasn't not getting the ghost. So.
Try it out on someone else's ghost.
Yeah, exactly. Or just try and prize that vehicle away from him. Yeah.
Oh,
awesome. There you go, mate. You started to fail.
Yeah, I am absolutely knackered. I'll be completely honest. I'm exhausted. It's been a week. I can't wait to just have a little bit of a sleep in tomorrow morning.
Nice. Yeah.
But yeah, we'll make this happen again for sure, my friend.
Yeah, no, 100%. Good just to chill out and chat and talk stuff. So,
yeah, definitely.
But yeah, like I said, just a shame that I was running 10 minutes or 15 minutes late, whatever it was. But
yeah, it's all good. It wasn't long. Wasn't long.
Yeah. and at least you got to carry the mantle in the interim.
Yeah. It's kind of a thing. I'm used to it now.
Yeah, that's it. But yeah,
it's not back here. I know we've spoke about doing a stream. I was saying at the start before you came in, we've spoken about doing a bit of a live stream chat together for probably 2 years, and
at least forever. Yeah,
we'll have to try and make it a bit more frequent.
Yeah,
try and make it more frequent. Even trying to get a different time, because it's easy for us to work out time zones because we're in the same time zone. So if we can sync up at another time where we can chat to some other people from other corners of the globe, like in the Americas.
Yeah,
there's a few folks from the US here, but it'd be really early in the morning for them. So if we could,
it's probably depending on what part of the US they're from. It's probably about 7 a.m. for some of them.
Yeah, I'd reckon. Yeah.
Well, actually, now it's what's the time now? 10:30, so it's probably getting close to 8.
Yeah.
Would have started.
It's still early morning.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, no, it's been good just to chat and hang out and catch up on stuff that was dropped at SDCC as well. So
yeah, it's awesome. Just
there is so much cool stuff that's coming up. So
9 a.m. That's not too bad then.
Okay, cool.
It probably changes a little bit when we go into daylight savings in October.
Yeah.
That's when there's a little bit more of a gap there, I think. So,
yeah.
Yeah, he's on the East Coast, I believe. You're still on the East Coast.
Me. Oh, Fallen Jedi.
Yeah, I think he's on the East Coast of the US still, I believe.
Right. Yeah. No worries. But yeah, so Mike, what's his time? 11 o'clock. It's almost his bedtime as well. So
yeah,
better let him go. But it's great to see you, be able to catch up. And
definitely, man, definitely. Yeah, it's good. It's really good. But yeah, we'll try and catch up in a couple of weeks when I'm on.
Yeah, do it again.
On break with you if you've got a bit of time, we'll work something out.
We might be able to do it sitting next to each other.
Yeah.
that'll be a trip for everyone.
Yeah, it'd be good.
Yep. Yeah, definitely. So we'll actually work towards that. That's now that I know that, that's cool. But I haven't actually got anything major coming up in the near future. But just I need to start trying to pump out some more content rather than just live streams.
I like live streams. I don't know. I like it. It's good just to I get a few comments during the week. People watching back later, which is great. That makes me happy when people they just chuck it on and tune in, whether they're watching it in the background or something while they're doing housework. I don't know. It doesn't really bother me.
Yeah.
But it's cool that people like to go back and listen to chats, and especially when you've got someone on, like having yourself on, and
definitely.
You're a little bit more back and forth as opposed to just sort of talking with the comments, which is good. Like I love talking with the chat, but having someone to sort of bounce conversation with it's really good too. So I want to try and make that a little bit more frequent. And I've got a few other folks that I want to get on. So,
well, it's getting other people's perspective on what they're thinking and what they're doing as well, and because again, with this whole thing that's happening in the US in terms of this striking stuff, and it is going to change the face of. I mean, I know that Andor's second season is still being filmed because of the simple fact that it's in the UK, and so a lot of the cast is UK rather than American. But after, for example, drops, what are we going to get? How long before we have to wait until they finish their strike before season 2 comes out, or season 2 of Book of Boba, or whatever it may be? You know what I mean? Like, because other things like the Ray movie, has that been made? Started? Nobody knows, and that all that sort of stuff will all get pushed back now because of what's happening.
It will, yeah. which hopefully it comes to a conclusion very, very soon, and all the corporate executives can just get off their high horse for 5 minutes and just, maybe go, oh, maybe I don't need trillions of dollars in my pocket right now. Like, yeah.
Well, I mean, the whole thing is like, for the people like that, that don't have a trailing residual more than anything else. So what's been happening is like sort of in the 90s, like shows like your Seinfeld and your Friends and stuff like that. Those actors are still getting massive residual income every those shows get shown.
Because of syndication and all that.
Because of syndication and everything. But now it's all changed, and
streaming is untraceable, and no one's been open about streaming. So,
well, again, and look what's happened. Paul McCartney is announcing that he's going to do another tour in Australia. The dude's like 80-something years old, but because there's no more physical media and people don't pay for all their streaming stuff, these people, even in their 80s, are still going to go out and tour just to make an income. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if they want to put any new material out, that's the only way they can physically do it, is to go out and physically play it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So whether it's music or videos or TV shows, it's all a similar sort of platform. This whole, and that's the other thing, is this whole A1 thing. Sorry, not A1. I just noticed in the chat about the Barbie girl. So Brett, this was out watching Barbie. I actually heard Johnny Cash singing Barbie Girl. It's so freaking awesome. It was so freaking awesome, you know what I mean? And if you didn't know that Johnny Cash was dead, you know what I mean? Like, you just think it was a dude doing a cover of Barbie Girl. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's just scary how good it can be.
Yeah,
and
that's very scary.
What we need to think about it in terms of people's jobs and what they can do and what they can't do anymore, because
just need to close up that
machines.
Just need to get rid of that ambiguity and just set some guidelines for what AI is and what we're going to use it for. Otherwise, it's going to get out of control, and it'll be Judgment Day in no time.
Big time, yeah. The rise of the machines is coming, so watch out.
Big time.
But yeah. But no, mate. Look, I'll let you wrap up. It's been awesome. Like I said, chilling out.
Yeah.
In a couple of weeks, we'll be able to do it next to each other. So
that'd be awesome. Absolutely. No, thanks everyone in the chat for coming hanging out with us tonight. We do appreciate it. If you're not subscribed to Ed5, down under Plastic Planet, go and subscribe to his channel. Hopefully we can boost his numbers up a little bit. I'll endeavour to put a link to his channel in the description as soon as I'm done here, so that's you can go and check it out. We'll definitely do this again soon, and hope everyone has a great weekend, have an awesome week. And may the force be with everyone.
Peace, guys. Thanks for coming.
Ciao.